So hello, my colleagues, and I do hope everyone is well. So I got this question here. How do we know when we have to convert APR to EAR or EAR to APR prior to plugging it into an equation for interest rate? And the answer is you don't know. You have to look at the wording of the problem, okay? And sometimes they're not clear, and this is an excellent question. Now, if they say to you, they give you an interest rate and they say compounded um, monthly, okay, that's most likely an APR, and they expect you to convert that to an EAR. But you really don't know unless the problem is clearly worded whether it's an APR or an EAR. If they don't say nothing, again, most of the time, it's an APR, okay? So I'll leave it at that. Um, because a lot of times they're not clear. And if it's an EAR, they'll normally tell you it's an effective rate. All right. For Excel under the calculating function, you mentioned in the video that for the rate we can plug it in the percent followed by, uh, I guess this is meant to be divided with the amount per year it's compounded. What if the compounding period is greater than a year, say like every 2 years? Well, then what you can do, and there's an example here, and these are good questions. Basically, you could bring this up, and you'll notice here, if it's what I can do is, let's say it's every 2 years, then I say zero point 0.5, okay? Because this would be the rate. What I'm doing is this is per year, and the number, let's say it was 3 years, so this would be for 6 years. Or now if I change this to 1 year, now this is the one period. Please be advised what I'm doing here. This is 1 2 year period. Everybody see this? And let's say the future value is going to be 100. All right. So if I put my money in a bank and I'm going to get 6%, but it's not compounded every year. They're going to give me the money at the end of the 2 year period, which is why I'm putting a zero point 0.5. Okay. And it's a one period. That is 1 2 year period. There's no compounding there, right? So my rate is so the present value I got to put in is 89.28. Okay, 89,285. So I think in the example here, let's say I put in, let's see if this works, 119.41. If I put in 119.41, let's say, or anyway, but my point is simply this. If I divide this by a whole number, that's the rate per period. In this case, this is the rate per 2 year periods, but you have to know what you're doing. Now here I say it's 1 2 year period. Okay. All right. If I put a 2 here, then it's basically compounding it every 2 2 year periods. Okay. So one has to be careful about that. You have to kind of know what you're doing. Again, you have to take a look at equations 5.1, 5.2, and I believe 5.3 in your book. Okay, and if you solve it by hand with the equations, then put it here to check, it'll work out well. But if I put a 2 here, basically I'm telling it every 6 months, right? So this is the rate per period. For example, use 6 divided by 4 for quarterly payments at 6% APR. You see that? Now if I put the number of periods and I put 2, this is the total number of payment periods in an investment. So this is only going to be two payment, for 1 year. This is 2 6-month periods. You see that? Because 2 is 6 months. So this is 2 6-month periods. All right. Now if I put a 1 here, and I put 100 here, let's say. Okay, so the present value of $100, again, it's $97 and 8 cents, right? So basically, what I'm doing here is I'm saying I'm getting 3%, 3%, and it's 1 period. Okay, so that comes out to 97.08. And if it's single interest, not compounding, is the number of periods 1. Yes, that's correct. Absolutely correct. Obviously, there's no compounding, so it's 1 period. All right. I'll make some extra videos on Excel when I get a chance. All right. So I hope that clears it up. It does get confusing. This was an excellent question. Okay.